And blessings. This is Omi, founder and spiritual practitioner at Raha Reiki. So, someone that I have known for a while now, Yelosha Olaomi Akalatunde, who you can find at Got to Be Oshun on YouTube and elsewhere. I'll put a link to her stuff in the description or on the video. But she posted a video from this guy who I've seen before. His last name is Honor. I forget his first name right now. I'll also post a link in the video. Um, and he talks a lot about healing. He and his wife do a lot of work around relationship healing, things like that. But so that seeing that this morning, hearing that this morning, really sparked something huge for me. And what it was we need to, and we as in people in general, I'm not talking even black, white, or whatever, just in general, we need to support our healers. And I'll tell you why. So, we, people who do this work, and I mean that from everybody from what you may call a secular therapist on down to Reiki practitioners or people who do womb healing work or folks who are traditional priests, shamans, on through to mainstream ministers, all those kinds of people. I'm talking all those folks, okay? Um, all of us who are involved in healing work, to be honest, with all the pain in the world, with all the tragedy in the world, with the way that people are continually traumatized and things like that, um, we should be so booked, all of us. I'm not saying me, I'm not saying this for me, I'm not saying this from a place of ego. I'm saying that anybody who's doing any kind of healing work and doing it legitimately and doing it from a place of, spirit and heart and really called to this work should be so busy that I shouldn't even have time to do this YouTube video. Um, we should be able to support ourselves in this profession. We should be able to live well on the skills that we bring to the community. And that, again, is not even about black, white, or whatever, or being traditional, or being a psychotherapist, or being a psychiatrist, whatever. It's not even about that. It's about the fact that all this pain is going on, all this trauma is going on. People are hurt. People are hurting. People are hurting themselves and other people. There's plenty of work to do. But it's just like the old saying goes: you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And what I see a lot of, and what fellow practitioners that I know and speak to see a lot of, is that people are afraid of the work. And listen, I get it. It's not easy, it's not pretty, it's not fun. This is not the kind of thing that you sign up for on a Sunday afternoon, uh, just to shoot the breeze, so to speak. Um, it's not. And that's true, and that's valid, and that's real. But as Dr. Phil likes to say, how's that working for you? Once you get to a point where your life isn't working, where you aren't working as a human being, where you are not feeling like you're in alignment on some kind of way, whether that's because you're not, your relationships aren't happening, jobs aren't happening, you're not getting the kind of abundance in your life, the kind of joy in your life, happiness, all of that good stuff that you need to function well as a human being, to be honest, you really need to start to think, like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to heal? Now, again, it ain't got to be me. It ain't got to be, the lady down the street. It doesn't have, it could be anybody. I don't care who it is. I don't care. I mean, I care in the sense of I want the person to be reputable and be someone who knows what they're doing. Yes, I care on that scale. But when I think about my elders, when I think about the people who taught me, when I think about the people who are teaching me now, things of that nature, it's like there shouldn't even be a question of getting paid. There shouldn't even be a question of um, whether or not we're, not busy or something like that. We should always be busy because there's so much pain and hurt going on in the world. So, this message is twofold. to be honest. Um, on the one, let me talk to my practitioners first. So all of you who are called to do healing work, and those of you who are not doing it in maybe like a mainstream kind of way, where I mean, therapists I know are busy. They're just straight up therapists are quite busy these days, and that's a good thing too. But for the folks who are trying to break into these sort of alternative healing modes, I would say to you, don't give up. Stay in your lane. Know what your gifts are. Know what your talents are. Know what your purpose is. Know why you're doing it. Know what you're doing it for. And it's not. I did a post on Tumblr that got really popular about people who are called to spiritual service and how to handle that. Maybe I'll do another video just kind of sort of detailing the finer points of that. But and I'll put a link there too. But the point of that is, um, the work itself, because of the way it works, because of what we have to do, who we are, how we function, how we have to deal with uh, the stuff that comes out of this work. To be honest, it's you're not gonna be fulfilled doing it unless you have a real love for it. Okay. So that's just the long and short of it. So if it's something that you love, if it's something that fulfills you, just don't give up. Just you will find your niche, you will find your audience, and you will, do what you need to do. You'll have to learn some things about taking your ego out of it. You'll have to understand that it's not about getting famous overnight. It's not about getting rich overnight or anything like that. You may not wind up on Super Soul Sunday with Oprah tomorrow. No matter how wise you are, no matter how much you have to give, and all of that. So some of that you have to just release and let go. But you know, but don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. The other side of my message is for those of you watching this and you've had, the Yoni Steam person's number in your phone for like 6 months, but you haven't called them yet. The person who's sitting there with your back hurting because you're stressed out, and you had that Reiki practitioner that your homegirl or your homeboy recommended to you like a year ago, and you still haven't called them. The messages that you keep getting, whether it's dreams or whether it's little taps from other people, synchronicities, whatever. They keep telling you need to call that card reader that you saw on Periscope 2 days ago, and you still haven't called them. You're reading all that stuff and you're looking and you kind of feeling like, oh well, I don't know, whatever. But you got that birthday money that you could use for your reading. All you folks, support your healers. Go find somebody. Like I said, whoever it is, go find somebody, call them, make an appointment, schedule a free consultation, go to a health fair, go to the, boho psychic fair, whatever it is that's going to get you, open the door to get you to start to do the work that you need to do to heal so that you can do the work that you're meant to do and live in the world the way you're meant to live. Get that done, please. And thank you. Because not only are you going to be supporting a practitioner themselves, which is great and good and fine, but you'll also be supporting yourself. Love yourself enough to invest in your healing. Love yourself enough to want to be better than what you saw growing up or what you lived in or what you experienced as a child or adolescent or whatever. Give yourself enough credit to know that you know what you need to get better and be better. Because I went on a Twitter rant earlier today, which is why I'm doing this video now. Because I think, sometimes when I go on rants on Twitter, if any of you follow me on Twitter, that's not me, to be honest. I mean, sometimes some of the stuff that I say when I really go into something really is not me. It's the messages that are coming from, your ancestors. It's the messages that are coming from your spirit guides that have been trying to get you to hear them for the last 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, maybe even years. They come to us because we're the ones doing the work. Okay? Everybody has this access, but they're coming to us because we're doing the work. So this is the message that they're trying to get through to you. It's time to heal. It's time to heal. breaking cycles isn't always healing. Doing better than your parents or your grandparents isn't always healing. Having the better job, having the better career, having the lifestyle is not necessarily healing. Those things sometimes go together, sometimes they happen together, but they don't always. And that's a distinction. You want a really good example of how this looks, especially for black people on one level and black women specifically? Watch Being Mary Jane, the series. The I think it comes on BET or TV One, one of those, um, with Gabrielle Union. Watch it from the beginning, like season 1 on up. Being Mary Jane is a great example of what it looks like when you're doing better or you've made it, but you haven't healed. You haven't gotten in here. You haven't gotten to the soul. You haven't gotten to the spirit. You haven't gotten to the heart. You haven't gotten to the womb. That's what that looks like. So yes, there's some of us that are doing great, financially, we're in the right neighborhood, we know all the right people, and that's cool too. I mean, that's the gift that we've been given so that we can do better on a soul level. See, that's what I think a lot of people are missing. The material betterness is really to help us so we don't have to worry about the scratching and surviving, like on the good times thing. We're not scratching and surviving maybe. And that's good because that allows us to get out of survival mode where you can't even think about healing. Like what's healing when you're trying to eat? That's a whole nother video. But it's like if you're not in that place, like you're not struggling just to eat, you're good on that. You have basic level stuff, you're good. All in your basic needs are taken care of. Then that's the gift. That's the gift so that you can focus on the healing. You can only focus on the healing once you're out of that root chakra survival mode. Again, another video. But that's the gift. It's not the total, it's not the end point though. That's like, mama, we made it. No, that's not the end of it. You have to heal. You have to heal. And so many people that I've come across, I tend to attract, I've noticed I tend to attract people in my practice, or I have attracted people in my practice who have some of this gift themselves. Like they're figuring out how they want to help people heal and things like that. So, but they feel like, oh, well, nobody's going to hear me, nobody's going to pay attention, nobody this, nobody that. And I tell them, I say, people are paying more attention than you think. They just might not be responding to you. They may not be directly buying your services, or they may not be, interacting with you, but they do listen because, I check the views sometimes. I see how many people will come back and view things or notes on Tumblr or what have you. But, people are scared. And that's, again, I get it. But at the same time, it's like fear doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve us. And when it does serve us, we see how fear is serving a lot of people and all of these things that are happening in US politics right now. That's what happens when you let fear serve you. And I'm just gonna leave that at that. So again, y'all know I don't like to keep y'all long. So I'm just gonna say again, support your healers. If you had that number in your phone for 6 months, you keep getting that message that you got to see somebody. Save up for that EBO. Do the EBO you were told to do uh, a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And my, Yoruba people know what I'm talking about with that. The EBO, the offering, the sacrifice, whatever it is, do it. Get it done. If somebody's out of your price range, but you feel like they are the person that can help you, make that sacrifice. Save that money. Get that work done. Open that door. And have faith. Have faith that your ancestors have your back, your spirit guides have your back, the angels have your back, God itself has your back. And that you can do this work. You can heal. You can be better. You can heal. You can do what you need to do to get to a better space. Okay? So support your folks. Make sure they're reputable. Check them out. Ask whatever questions you need to ask. Do your due diligence. Do your research. Do your homework. But get the help. Get it done. Because we need you functioning at your best so that, humanity as a whole, so that this world that we live in, so that this planet that we live on, even beyond, your community, your family, all of that, so that so that those around you, and so that the world can heal. That can only happen if we heal ourselves. So I wish you healing. I wish you courage. I wish you courage. I wish you courage above all. I wish you healing. And I wish you grace and peace and forgiveness. Forgive yourself for not doing it sooner, or because once you do it, you're gonna see, and then you're gonna be like, oh my God, I wasted so much time. Forgive yourself in advance. Forgive yourself in advance. No, you've been looking for a sign. This is it, y'all. Do it, take it, make that call, make that appointment, do that research, choose the therapist, choose the shaman, choose the healer, choose the Reiki person, get on the massage table, whatever it is you need to do. Take charge of yourself, take charge of your life, take charge of your healing. That's the message. And y'all know it's gotta be serious, because I came on here pretty much barefaced to give y'all that message. So I give thanks. I give thanks to you for listening, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Again, I pray that you are well, and I pray that you have the courage and the strength and the vision to heal yourself. That's it. So I will see y'all next time. Peace.